Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into a truly extraordinary narrative, one that weaves together, ancient magic with a very modern story. It's about escape, healing, and self-discovery.
We've got these fascinating novel excerpts, and our mission really is to pull out the key threads. How past secrets shape today, how trauma can, surprisingly, become strength.
And how these unexpected communities can be, well, both a haven and a catalyst for huge personal change.
Exactly. It's a story packed with resilience, finding identity, and maybe discovering a power we don't even know we have.
Okay, let's dive right in then. The starting point is pretty amazing. Three Sisters Island itself. It wasn't just found, it was made.
Yeah, the origin story is incredible. It's rooted in real historical fear. Salem, 1692, the witch hunts, but then layered with this fictionalized magic. It immediately makes you wonder, what secrets can a place hold?
Right, for centuries. And how do they bubble up again?
Precisely. So, picture this. Summer solstice, 1692. Salem village. Fear is rampant. Three women, known only as Air, Earth, and Fire, meet secretly. They're terrified of persecution for their craft.
Their magic.
Their magic. They cast a circle, join hands, and perform this incredibly powerful ritual. They chant together, "Away from hate, let this land be torn, lift it from fear." You get the idea. They're literally trying to carve out a sanctuary.
Just sever it from the mainland.
Exactly. Severed from this land forevermore, we take our island out to the sea, as we will, so mote it be. And apparently it worked. A huge roar, wind, fire, and the island literally rises up.
Wow.
And settles safe and serene on quiet waves. It takes its first breath. Imagine a place born like that. What kind of energy would it have?
It's almost like it has a destiny built in from the start.
Yeah.
Okay, so fast forward hundreds of years to 2001, and we meet Nell Channing. She arrives on this very island.
And Nell's arrival, it's not random. It feels like a direct echo of the island's own birth. She's making a desperate, deliberate escape from abuse. It really sets the stage for her own transformation.
Another act of severance, in a way.
Absolutely. It shows that sometimes a true haven isn't just a place, it's a resonance. A place that meets your deepest need for safety, for a chance to start over. To let an old identity die so a new one can be born.
So Nell arrives, drawn by impulse and instinct, it says. After months of terror, she sees the island as this knuckle of land, bumpy and green, hinting at secrets.
And she's actively shedding her past self. Helen Remington, that's who she was living for 3 years, in fear and misery, with this wealthy, abusive man. Nell Channing is a completely new identity, designed to fly under the radar. Short hair, no makeup, invisible.
It's incredible how this island, born from escape, becomes the refuge for someone else fleeing torment, someone who literally faked her own death. That is that resonance you mentioned.
Definitely. And her first goal is just simple survival, right? Find work as a waitress or cook.
Yeah.
Just stay, be known, not be a stranger anymore.
And she's fighting those internal demons, too. Evan, her ex, his voice still in her head, flighty, he'd say, but she actively pushes it away.
Which is a huge act of will in itself. Then she finds Cafe Book, this charming bookstore and cafe, smells like flowers and spice, music playing. She feels it instantly. Magic.
And that's where she meets Mia Devlin, the owner.
Yes, and Mia hires her as a cook. Right away, Mia senses something, injured innocence, but also competence, even if Nell's confidence is shaky.
Okay, and this is where it gets really interesting, almost faded. Mia doesn't just offer her a job.
No. She offers her a place to live, this little yellow house like a cheerful sunbeam. Mia says she felt compelled to buy it, that she thought the house had waited for someone.
And Mia calls herself a practical witch.
Which is quite telling. It suggests she's tuned into this island's energy, its undercurrents. This connection between Mia and Nell feels immediate, almost intuitive. Mia sees past the surface.
So Mia, the practical witch, provides both a literal house and, a figurative safe space. What's the significance of that for Nell?
Oh, it's huge. It tells us healing isn't just about being physically safe. It's about finding a sanctuary that actually nurtures your hidden self, your potential, a place that aligns with who you need to become.
And Nell feels it, happy and full of nerves, wanting to stretch and settle, very much like the cat in the sunshine, that fragile beginning of belonging.
Exactly. It's that first breath of freedom.
So the island isn't just scenery. It's playing an active role here, pushing Nell gently towards confronting her past.
Absolutely. A place like Three Sisters, steeped in this kind of magical history, it's a catalyst. It starts stirring things up inside. Nell, her own hidden magic, maybe, but definitely her buried trauma. It's all demanding attention now.
She starts feeling safe and free, exploring, wanting friends, a future. She really throws herself into her cooking at the cafe.
Yeah, pouring her tiny bit of money into kitchen tools, wanting to produce the best. Mia sees her gift, but Mia also sees she's not just a stray, but a seeker. She holds back, waiting for Nell to feel ready.
But healing isn't a straight line, is it? That panic attack hits her hard.
Right, during the busy solstice market. A big whopping panic attack. It's a stark reminder that the internal scars are still there, even if the abuser is gone.
And Mia's reaction is key. Just offers her some water, gently suggests talking to someone. No judgment.
That non-judgmental space is critical. It builds the trust Nell needs to finally open up. And she does. She tells Mia about Evan. And that detail. Wow.
We had a party once and ran out of martini olives. It was the first time he hit me. It's so mundane, so specific. Chilling.
It really grounds the horror, doesn't it? How abuse can start, how it escalates. She endured 3 years of fear with him. This wealthy, connected man learned deceit and pretense just to survive.
And the escape.
Yeah.
Meticulously planned for 6 months, driving her car off Highway 1.
Describing it like flying. The car soared over the edge, then it crashed, fell into the water. I ran. It's unbelievable courage. Then taking a bus, changing her identity, reading about the tragic death of Helen Remington.
It takes extraordinary resilience, almost unbelievable strength to pull that off. But the emotional toll, what does that kind of survival do to you?
It shatters your sense of self. You survive by becoming someone else, learning deceit, rebuilding an authentic identity after that. It's a monumental task. That's why Mia's words are so important.
What does Mia say?
She tells her, he didn't break you. You just took the pieces and ran away. And crucially, she encourages Nell to recognize your own power.
Connecting it back to Nell's inner strength.
And then Mia drops the bombshell. The island's legend, the 3 original sisters, their tragic ends, and this prophecy that their descendants must redeem and break the pattern or the island itself will be destroyed, topple into the sea.
Whoa. So Nell's personal trauma is suddenly linked to this ancient magical destiny.
Exactly. Mia hints Nell has a connection, that she had dreams of the island as a child, felt compelled to come here. It reframes Nell's entire struggle.
So how does embracing this hidden magical lineage help Nell reclaim her power in a way therapy alone might not?
It connects her to something bigger, something intrinsic. Mia teaches her a simple spell, stir the air for a breeze. Nell feels a faintest flutter, then a real wind spins around them. It's tangible proof.
Not just an idea, but something she can do.
Right. Mia calls power risk and joy. Later, Nell heals some frost-burned geraniums, makes them bloom with a glory of crimson petals. It's visible success. It's like integrating this feared or unknown part of herself becomes the key to her wholeness and strength.
And all this time, Sheriff Zack Todd is in the picture. Kind, decent, observant.
Very observant. He notices Nell's jumpiness around cops, her paleness when his title is mentioned. He even runs her plates, sees the history, Texas tags before Massachusetts. His gut tells him she's known trouble.
But he falls for her anyway, deeply.
He does. And he's protective in this really ethical way. He senses the abuse, confides in his sister Ripley, hoping she can be a friend to Nell. But he also maintains his boundaries, doesn't sleep with other men's wives, knowing she's technically still married.
He sounds grounded. A good anchor for her.
He really is. His steadfastness, his acceptance of her truth later, even the parts he doesn't fully grasp, it's vital for her healing.
And his sister Ripley. You mentioned she's skeptical.
Very. Calls me his beliefs hooey, crapola, bunch of nonsense. She thinks Zack has a soft spot for the troubled and wounded, but she's fiercely loyal to him and the island. She adds that touch of realism, you know?
Right. Not everyone's buying into the magic immediately. Okay, so Nell is starting to heal, finding her footing, even exploring this magic. But the past isn't done with her. Evan resurfaces.
Yes, and this is where everything collides. Nell's healing, the island's magic, and this very real threat, it becomes the ultimate test. Evan is deeply delusional.
How so?
He's maintained this fantasy of their perfect marriage, keeps her clothes, her perfumes, like she's just away on a trip. He even put up a marble angel for her at the cemetery. It's pure obsession masking violent intent.
That's terrifying. So he finds out she might be alive.
A former acquaintance thinks she sees Helen Remington's ghost at the market. That's the trigger. Evan drives onto Three Sisters, dismissive of the place, just fueled by rage. At Nell's cottage, he feels something pushing back, strong and fretful, like the island itself is resisting him.
Wow, the island protecting its own?
It seems like it. His thoughts are dark. If you're here, darling Helen, I'll find you. But it's clear he means punishment, not reunion. He thinks women are inherently untrustworthy. horrors at the center.
Chilling. That distorted reality is so dangerous, and just as this threat looms, there's a crisis with Zack.
Yeah, the birthday gift, the food processor. Such a sweet gesture, her dream kitchen tool.
But it backfires.
Completely. She blurts out, "My birthday's in April. Helen's birthday, not Nell's." The lie is exposed.
Ouch. How does Zack react?
He's hurt. Deeply. Not just by the lie, but the lack of trust. He says, "What matters is you don't trust me. That's hard on me, Nell, because I'm in love with you."
That honesty forces her hand.
It does. She finally tells him everything. The abuse, the escape, likening her past life to living in a pit. She admits the lies, the law-breaking, and then the big one, "I'm a witch."
And Zack's reaction?
It's amazing. Calmly, he just says, well, I know that."
He knew, or suspected.
It's not entirely clear if he knew, but he accepted her, whatever she was, weirdness and all. It's this incredible moment of trust, of acceptance. Profound for Nell.
Absolutely. But he still gives her an ultimatum, right?
Yes. He understands, but he insists. You have to finish what you started. You have to end it. File for divorce. He needs the truth out in the open for both their sakes.
And Mia supports this.
She does. She tells Nell, "You lied to him, and by lying, you put him in an untenable position." It's about taking responsibility. Then Mia gives Nell that sapphire pendant her great-grandmother owned for healing and protection against evil. She knows what's coming.
So the divorce isn't just legal paperwork. It's about Nell fully claiming her identity, facing her fear, building real trust.
Exactly. It's the necessary step before the final confrontation.
Which happens on Samhain. Halloween night. The veil is thin.
Perfect timing. Mia's doing protective rituals, sensing the danger. She gathers Nell and Ripley, who's still reluctant but comes anyway.
Ripley comes, even though she thinks it's hooey.
Loyalty to Zack, maybe curiosity. She feels a yearning, a heaviness in the air. Mia warns her, blood and pain, terror and grief. Without the circle, there'll be death. Serious stakes.
And Nell has a task in the ritual.
Mia tells her to make fire without wood, and Nell does it, channels her power and creates this golden tower of fire, a real manifestation of her power.
Incredible. And then Evan shows up.
Finds her alone, knife out, accusations flying, "You're mine." Classic abuser control tactic.
But she's not alone for long.
No. Zack arrives, bleeding from an earlier fight with Evan, but levels his gun. Ripley and Mia are right there with him, this palpable punch of energy coming off them, community standing strong.
And Nell, this is her moment.
It is. She feels Evan's fear, but more importantly, she feels her own power surging back. She looks right at Zack and says, "I belong to myself, I belong to me, and to you." Then she turns to Evan, locks eyes, and unleashes her magic.
The incantation.
"What you've done to all in me turns back to you, 1 times 3. From you this night, I'll forever be free. As I will, so mote it be." Her skin glows, apparently, and Evan just collapses. Broken. The knife drops.
Wow. That is the ultimate aha moment. Her journey, the island's magic, the community support, it all comes together in that one act of reclaiming herself. Pure empowerment.
It's liberation, transforming trauma into strength right there.
So the immediate danger is over. Evan is dealt with. What happens next? How does Nell build her future?
Well, Zack's okay, needs stitches, but he saw what Nell did, calls it magic. Nell realizes Evan's power over her was paralyzing fear, but seeing Zack hurt, that flipped the switch. Her power flooded back.
Love as a catalyst for power.
Seems like it. Zack proposes again, this time with a sapphire ring mirroring the pendant, calling it a love gift for healing and protection.
And they deal with the legal stuff.
Yes, lawyer up, file for divorce, restraining order. Evan is deemed legally insane and under lock and key. He's physically removed.
And the community stays protective.
Absolutely. Zack, Ripley, Mia, they plan to meet every fairy, just in case. Mia offers Nell her own home. It really drives home that strength isn't just internal, it's also about the safety net you build.
It's a powerful resolution. But the story introduces another perspective right at the end, doesn't it?
Yeah, the academic, Dr. McAllister book.
Yeah.
Ripley calls him a doctor of freakology. He studies paranormal activity and comes specifically to study Mia.
So a scientific lens trying to understand the island's magic.
Exactly. He notes the island looks normal, but knows appearances are unreliable. He's intrigued by Mia and gets introduced to Nell, now Nell Todd, married to the sheriff who arrested Evan.
How does Mia handle this academic scrutiny?
She's practical, remember. She welcomes his study, seems open, but she's also protective of Nell's privacy, especially given her past trauma. It adds this interesting layer.
So you've got the lived experience of magic, the trauma, the love story, and now this outside observer trying to analyze it all.
It really shows how different people approach the unexplained, doesn't it? Science, intuition, belief. The island seems to hold space for all of it. It highlights that core human need to understand, to find patterns, to define truth in our own ways.
What a journey. We've gone from an island literally carved out of magic in 1692 to a woman carving out a new life centuries later. Salem's shadows to Nell's empowerment.
It really underscores that inner strength, the power of love, and how vital a supportive community is. Finding your people, your place.
So thinking about this deep dive, what really stands out to you, the listener? Is it Nell's sheer courage to escape, her strength to heal?
Or maybe that leap of faith, embracing a magical destiny she never knew she had. Or just the different ways we all try to make sense of things that don't easily fit into boxes.
And here's something to chew on.
Yeah.
How often do we hide parts of ourselves? Our histories, our quirks, maybe what feels like our magic thinking they're weaknesses?
Right, but what if those very things, the stuff we try to bury, our unique past, our resilience built through hardship, what if that's actually where our greatest strength lies, just waiting for us to claim it?